She-Rag got me.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Now this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 1. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he will have a Giants first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 81 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want those body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, Waller, what a catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Now Jackson on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Gibson toss right. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Ravens 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Jackson to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. 15 yards there on the catch and run. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once more, Gibson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw here. He finds Robinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a toss right to Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Barkley is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Here's Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. On 2nd and 10. Jackson got a man open. It's Chase. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jackson got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Jackson on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. This is caught. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Gibson will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Gibson again. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Ravens will take over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On the draw, it's Gibson.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Jackson.
On target to his man, Likely.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin with a battle in the Keystone State. Pittsburgh heading east to take on Philadelphia. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. A couple of touchdowns there for Travis Etienne. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
But no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to his left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Gibson again.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Complete to Likely. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
To throw again is Jackson.
Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Jackson going to run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now back to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And this one is right through. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. but there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he returns this to the 22. And now here come the Ravens. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They go play action here on first down.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60.
And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Jackson on first down. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Jackson will throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Jackson now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield. And he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The offense on third down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're looking at, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well. And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off. Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back to throw now on first down.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
It's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the posts. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Once more, Gibson.
And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost, man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles. Wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about